What does it mean to be a man in today's day and age? In today's day and age, I believe being a man is being a light for others. In this very dark world, being a light for others and being a leader. Being a leader who can lead the way, pave the way for others, make other people's lives easier. And a lot of things about being a man, it can be easier explained about what it doesn't mean. What doesn't it mean to be a man, What it doesn't mean to be a man is not, work until you die. A lot of men think that. A lot of men do that, A lot of men think, being a man just means you have to be Superman 24/7. But let this video be a reminder that you can't be Superman without being Clark Kent. You can't be Batman without being Bruce Wayne. You can't be Spider-Man without being Peter Parker or Miles Morales. You do have to take a break. You do, have to rest. And you can't just be at work 100% 24/7. You are more than just a machine that just, shuts up and pays all the bills. You're more than that. There's many different things that go into being a man. Responsibility, independence, strength, both mental and physical strength are very important. Leadership. There's a lot of things that go into it. I think resilience is a very important trait to have as a man. And in today's day and age, there's a whole lot of, especially, it's on the rise, a lot of, as they call man children, grown adult men that act like children. They have yet to mature. They've matured physically, sure, but they haven't matured mentally. And that's causing, in my opinion, it's causing a whole lot of problems. Now, in terms of where this came from, it could be traced back to many different things, Maybe the rise of technology has made men's jobs so easy that they don't feel the need to be a man anymore. That could be part of it. Some people might blame it on feminism. Like, oh, these women want to be independent, so where does that leave us? Where does that leave us men at? If these women claim they don't need us anymore, that's what they claim, even though, that's a whole nother argument. I'm not going to get into that. But regardless of where it came from, what are we going to do now? What can we do with the present moment now? We have to take back what's ours. We have to take back what's ours, our masculinity, our manliness, our independence, our power. Not to say that we've lost it, but for a lot of us, we forgot that we had it. A lot of us forgot that we had it. There is a dormant power, an inactive power in every man. There's a fire. It's been dimmed down a little bit. We need to spark it back up again. We need to spark it back up again. And if you're a woman watching this, let's say you have a boyfriend or a husband, or maybe a brother, sister, brother or father, you can send them this video. Because if you feel like they have that power that they've potentially lost, or maybe they have yet to activate this true manly masculine power, you can send them this video and let it be a reminder of what they once were or what they could be. Men are known for being strong, intelligent, resilient, above all else. We're supposed to protect and provide. Protect and provide for our families and for ourselves. That's the foundation, I believe, of what it means to be a man in terms of interacting with others. These are very important traits to have. And being a man has almost nothing to do with age. There's kids back in the day, 14-year-olds that are way back in the day that built the railroads that you see today. If you do your research, those were built by 14-year-old kids there's pictures. The pictures are black and white because obviously it's old. But those 14-year-old kids were smoking cigarettes. They had facial hair. It's like life forced them to be a man. And those little kids are more of a man than a lot of these grown adult men today. Imagine that. Imagine that. And so that goes to prove that being a man has less to do with age and more to do with your actions, the way you carry yourself, things that you do for others, the things that you do for yourself. All these things combine to make you a man. And there's different kinds of men, right? There's different kinds of men. You know, you might be more of a classy man, and that's no less than, you know, the rugged, blue-collar, hard-working man. These two are, both men are very respectable and honorable. Both men are needed in society. But it's two different, I guess, branches, subcategories of men. You know, so don't just because you're not doing back-breaking work every day doesn't make you less of a man. And just because, you know, you may not be the smartest, sharpest knife in the drawer, that doesn't make you less of a man. Like I said, what it all boils down to is your actions, how you interact with others, the things you do for yourself and for your family and for your loved ones. These are the things that ultimately make you a man, right? And you might be thinking, oh, what do I know about being a man? You're only this age or that age, right? I'm in my 20s. And so there might be someone older who's saying, oh, what do you know? I would argue that I know more than a lot of older people out there because I've lived more life experiences, my actions, the way I carry myself. That would make me more of a man than someone who doesn't do these certain things, who doesn't embody, you know, these masculine traits as much, even if they are older. It takes certain life experiences to be a man. One of which is, you know, realizing that nobody's coming to help you. Nobody's coming to save you even. I think that's one of the life events that turns a boy into a man, right? Realizing that nobody's coming to save you. You can't call mom, you can't call dad. You have to get down, roll up your sleeves and do it yourself. That is a very crucial life event in every boy's life that will make him turn into a man. So at least the first step, right? There are other things that go into it. But that's the kickstart of a man's independence, right? A man's independence is very important, very, very important. Another life event that will turn a boy into a man is having to, not just wanting to, but having to take care of others. Having other people that depend on you for, you know, X, Y, and Z. For example, you have to ask yourself, are you that friend that calls everybody when they need help? When you need help, I should say. Are you that friend that calls everybody when you need help? Or is it vice versa? Are you that friend that everybody calls when they need help? When you get in trouble, when you get in a bad situation, do you start scrolling through your phone? Who can I call? Who can I call? Or are you that person, you know, you're just minding your own business out of nowhere. Hey, phone call. Hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Hey, so-and-so needs help with this. And I know you can help them. Being a reliable man. That's another key word, reliable. Extremely important. Because being a man is how you interact with others, right? I'm not saying work until you die. I'm not saying put others before yourself. But it is very important to do so. There has to be some level of selflessness, not selfishness, selflessness. Putting people before you. There's going to be a lot of that. A whole lot of that if you're a man. Let's say you have a family. Let's say and you don't come from the wealthiest family, and, you know, let's say you're a father and you got a wife and kids. If it's a very cold winter and you guys only have one blanket, the man should not be the one with the blanket. The wife and kids should be snuggled up warm. And you as the man, like I said, selflessness, you gotta let them have it, man. You gotta let them have that blanket. Let them stay warm. You know, if it's cold outside, you're on a date with your girlfriend or your wife, give her your jacket. Let her be warm. Selflessness, that's a very important quality of being a man. And especially in this day and age, these man-childs that I see every single day, that's where they draw the line. They don't want to they don't want to put others before themselves. They don't want to make these sacrifices. They don't want to be a gentleman. They don't want to do these things. They don't want to be chivalrous. And that's why they're a man-child, in my opinion. You have to put others before yourself in the right situations. I'm not saying every single time, but oftentimes, I'd say the more you do that, the more of a man you are. It takes discipline to do that. Another key word, take notes, discipline. You know, to do things that you don't want to do, but do things that you have to do. That goes back to the superhero thing that I was saying earlier. I don't think Spider-Man wants to do certain things. Actually, in the comics and in the movies, he takes a break from being Spider-Man. He doesn't even want to do it anymore. It's too stressful. He's he's destroying his body. He wishes, he never even got bit by that spider. It's just too much. Then eventually, he encounters this, people that need help, and he has to put back on the costume. He has to do the things that he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to do it, but he has to do it. Responsibility, another key word. He doesn't want to do it, but he has to do it. Another key aspect of being a man. And a lot of these, like I said, these man-childs that I see going around, they have less responsibility. There are people in their late 20s, early 30s, heck, sometimes 40s, live with their parents. Where's your responsibility? Where's your discipline as a man? I'm not saying everybody's situation is different, but it gets to a point where you have to ask yourself, can you really call yourself a man if you depend on other people, especially that late in life? At age 30, you've had, 20? You've had 12 years of your adult life at age 30. A decade and some change to set things up for yourself to become independent. If you still depend on people at that point, you gotta look in the mirror and ask yourself why. It's not easy being a man, but it's rewarding to do good in the world and expect nothing in return. Expect absolutely nothing in return. Give and expect nothing in return. Help and don't expect help in return. Be that friend that people can call up. You do them a favor, and you don't even, they give you, they maybe offer you some money, like, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for helping me out. And you say, yeah, it's all good. Keep it. That is a masculine man. That is a man that people can count on. That is a man that people love. And as unfortunate as it may sound, women and kids, they're loved differently than men. Men, you have to earn. It sounds bad, but you have to almost earn love. You have to earn the right to be loved almost. You don't get to it's not just handed to you. You have to work hard. You have to earn everything as a man. The more things you get handed to you as a man, the less of a man you are. The more things you get handed to you as a man, the less of a man you are. The more handouts you get, it's just not good for you. It's not good for your character. It's not good for your future. You have to roll up your sleeves and do the work, even when you don't want to. Hit the gym, even when you don't want to. Roll out of bed, get up and go to work or school, even when you don't want to. Help others, even when you don't want to, even when they don't deserve it. Be kind to others, even when they don't deserve it. Help those in need, even when you don't want to. These are all key aspects of being a man. There are people older than me, significantly older than me, that still don't know this. So that's why I always say, like, being a man has nothing to do with age. Heck, there are people younger than me who have taken on more responsibility, who have, been more of a leader, who selflessly do things for others more so than I do. And I would rightfully and proudly give them the title, like, hey, yeah, you're more of a man, even if you are younger. Because you're doing more, you're embodying more masculine traits as a man. It has nothing to do with age. A lot of old heads, I call them old heads, old people, they see young people doing better than them, and they just get bitter, I've experienced this firsthand too many times, and I get it. It is difficult to see, someone who's younger than you, because you basically have a head start on them. If you're older than someone, you've been on this planet longer than them. So if someone's younger than you, they've had less time on this planet than you, and if you see them more successful, of course that would, that might strike a nerve. But I just don't like seeing, grown men project all their insecurities on younger people, man. I see it too often. I see it far too often. And so I'm making this video almost to call those men out, those man-child, especially the man-child. So I think the man-child's man-children, whatever, they are ruining society bit by bit, man. We need more hardworking men, more disciplined men, more responsible men. Just out there, in the workforce, in the schools, in the homes, and for the families, we need them out there. And you might already be of age. Hey, you might be, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, whatever you may be. It's not too late to become a man. Or you might already think you're a man, but you're not embodying the characteristics that I mentioned earlier. And with that said, it's not too late. It's not too late. You can make a change. You can make a comeback. You can reclaim what was once yours, or you can claim that which you have yet to claim. There's many different things, many different routes you can take. But it's all a part of the process, man. Being a man doesn't happen overnight. There's certain life events that will certainly change you. And speaking of life events, I say you should embrace, all the trials, all the obstacles in life, because that, once again, makes you more resilient, makes you more, hardworking. If you had an easy life, you would still be a boy. Boys have it easy. Men do not have it easy. But us men, we embrace that. We embrace the difficulties. We embrace the obstacles. We embrace the hardships. What other choice do we have? And so, you see a lot of these people out here just being ashamed to be a man almost. And to that I have to say, take a good look at yourself. Look at the things that you have. And reclaim what you have. Reclaim what you once had, man. Rewind the clock maybe 20 years ago. Nobody was ashamed to be a man. Back in the days, they said it was a man's world, right? What happened to those days? The hardworking men that provided for their families, that were present in their families. A lot of us didn't grow up with fathers, myself included. And so, instead of returning all the evil that the world has given to us, let's grab it and just throw it away and instead spread positivity throughout the world, you know? That's another key aspect of being a man, is taking all the hardships and all the difficulties and turning them into blessings, man. Taking the curses and turning them into blessings. That is a key aspect of being a man. That is a key aspect of being a man. Take all the curses that you've been dealt, all the difficult cards in life that you've been dealt, and turn them into blessings. Share your story. That's a key aspect of it. Because there are other men out there who have the same cards that you've been dealt. It's probably worse. And they can relate to your story. They can relate to your story. They can definitely relate to the things that you've been through, the things that you have been through, are currently going through, and the things that you will go through when you embark on this journey. It is not an easy journey. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be the first to tell you. There's almost nothing easy about being a man. You have to earn everything. You can't just... There are very few cheat codes to being a man, you know? Everything valuable about a man has to be earned. His money. You can't just get a cheat code and just become at the top of your, financial hierarchy or whatever. You have to earn money. Another thing that is attractive amongst men is muscles, strength. You don't get to just... There's no cheat code to that. You have to go to the gym, be disciplined every single day. And you have to earn strength. You have to earn muscles. How do you have mental strength? Same thing. All the hardships thrown at you, all the cards that you've been dealt, all the curses you have, curses you have. It takes mental strength that you have to earn to turn that around. And I say the more hardships that you've been through, the more mental strength that you have. That you earned, I should say. And it's not easy. Everything about being a man has to be earned through your actions. You can't fake being a man. That's what we call a man-child. A child putting on a man costume. That's basically what it is, a man-child. Or, matter of fact, reverse that. A grown man, behaving as a child. That's a man-child. There's too many of them. Far, far too many. And so, brothers, we have to remember, it's a process. It's a process. No, it's not easy. No, there's not too many people we can call for help. People are going to call us for help, but there's not too many people we can call for help. And we have to accept that. We have to embrace that. Be there for others. Be there for others. Be there for each other. We're all men. There might be some ladies watching this. Send this to, a close friend or family member that might be a man, whatever it may be. It's time to reclaim what we once had. With that said, y'all have a blessed day. I'm out.